The war didn't begin with a cannon shot, but with a look of fear in a child's eyes, and a heavy, suffocating silence just before the storm broke. It started on a gray dawn, when the city awoke to sounds it had never known before. The terrifying roar of planes overhead, the violent rattling of windows in their frames, and the heartbreaking cry of the first house as it collapsed into dust and memory. This was a new reality, one that arrived without invitation and refused to leave. The land that once lovingly sowed fields of golden wheat now sowed deep, jagged trenches, scars carved into the earth. The streets, where children's laughter once echoed, became somber passageways. For the displaced, for soldiers marching towards an uncertain fate, and for the ghosts of what used to be. In those first few days, there was a strange, collective hope. People told themselves the war would pass quickly, like fleeting summer clouds. But the clouds didn't pass. They thickened, darkened, and rained fire upon the city. Soon, the hospitals were overflowing with the wounded, their hallways filled with a quiet desperation. Schools, once centers of learning and dreams, closed their doors, their playgrounds falling silent. The city's ancient minarets and church steeples, which had watched over generations, now witnessed more funerals than prayers. Time itself seemed to warp. For the soldiers on the front lines, counting the days became meaningless. Instead, they counted those who remained alive after each skirmish, each bombardment. In every battle, two forces fought with equal intensity: fear and courage. They were inseparable companions on the battlefield. It was here, in the crucible of conflict, that humanity discovered its limits, and then, miraculously, surpassed them. We saw stories of incredible strength emerge from the deepest sorrow. A woman who lost her 3 sons to the fighting didn't crumble. Instead, she continued to cook for the soldiers, nourishing the very line that had taken her family. Her love was a defiant act against the hatred of war. A man lost his leg, but he refused to lose his voice. He began telling the stories of the city, weaving a tapestry of memories to ensure it wouldn't die twice once in reality, and again in forgetting. As the war dragged on, its relentless pressure changed everything. Faces aged prematurely, etched with worry and loss. Dreams, once vast and ambitious, shrunk to the simple, desperate wish for a peaceful night's sleep. Yet, as dreams shrank, willpower grew. A stubborn, unyielding resolve took root in the hearts of the people. They learned to find hope in the smallest of things. A shared piece of bread, a moment of quiet between sirens, the familiar face of a neighbor still standing. And then, one day, the guns finally fell silent. But the silence that descended wasn't complete peace. It was a hollow, echoing space, heavy with remembrance. It was a space to remember those who left and never came back, to honor those who stayed and endured the unimaginable, and to understand those who returned with changed hearts, carrying the invisible wounds of what they had seen and done. This was never just a war fought on land, with tanks and rifles. It was a war on meaning itself, a war on the very fabric of our shared humanity. It was a battle for the soul of a people. And yet, through all the destruction, all the pain, something incredible happened. Life, stubborn and defiant, continued to sprout from the rubble. A single wildflower pushing through a crack in the pavement became a symbol of a future that refused to be extinguished. The human spirit, though battered and bruised, had endured. Thank you for listening.